talking about something serious today. So let's get my serious voice on. Nah, dead ass though, but
Yo, dead ass, bro.
dead ass. I talk about this shit today because
What you
it
think
just
about?
seems, it just seems like uh, it seems like America, because America wasn't set up for us, but and or women too. But it seems like America is really like taking a hard stance on taking women's rights away, man, which is fucking with me because I've been thinking about this shit all week, bro. Real shit. Anybody know about the Roe versus Wade decision? That pretty much is saying that now that each state has their own right to deny a woman to, abort a child,
I right
you
to
know,
choose.
their right to choose pretty much.
Right.
And it fucks with me that, what I mean, that's what fucks with me is like everybody else in this country to a certain extent has the right to choose what they want to do. If you want to be considered a them or a they or a woman or a man, you have the right to do that. Nobody stops you if you want to. For the most part, hey, most states is like, hey, if you want to get married, get married. We're not trying to stop you. And all these people, these everybody else is getting what they want and having the ability to live the life they want, but they're trying to say, they can change their whole gender. They can go and change the whole anatomy of their body and do whatever they want. And nobody stops them. Nobody cares because that's their body. That's what they choose to do with their body. You
Right.
know, that's their personal thing. So with that being said, like how can you tell a woman that has a child in her that if she wants to get an abortion, she can't get an abortion? And they saying, well, that's a life living in her and XYZ. I'm like, listen, at the end of the fucking day, if this woman was to have this child and she's trying to get rid of this child because she can't afford it or she don't want the time or she don't want to deal with this kid, let her get the abortion because you're not going to sit there and give her money for to deal with this kid. You're not going to you're not going to take your time out of the day to deal with this kid. If she puts this kid in a foster home, there's a lot of kids in there. You're not going out to adopt them. So let this woman do what she want with her body. That's her body. At the end of the day, I never heard a woman that has ever got an abortion and be like, yo, that was the happiest decision I made in my life. Most of them have guilt over that shit. Most women you talk about that got an abortion, they feel really guilty and bad and sad about the situation. They deal with that on a personal level. Personally,
Right.
personally, they made the decision to get the abortion. So every day, personally, they deal with the emotions is that they got rid of the kid. Maybe they didn't want to. I don't understand how the government can come in and say, you know what, everybody can do everything they want, but you.
Here's my thing. Where does it end at? You know what I'm saying? Like
It doesn't.
now they dictate what you can and can't do with your body at this point. You know what I'm saying? Your body wasn't given to you by the government unless it's something I don't know. You know what I mean? Like now it's to a point where it's like, all right, well, you're telling me that if I decide if I get pregnant, I can't get rid of at that point it's a cell. It's not really a it's not it hasn't been it's not even
It doesn't
grown
have
yet.
no,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? It doesn't have enough features for it to be called an infant or I'm not infant, but a fetus or anything like that. But what happens when like at this point you're trying to control her body? Now the next step is like, all right, well, if a woman decides that she doesn't want to have female parts because she wants to become a male at this point, you're going to tell her that she can't
no,
change her sexual features because it'll
no,
stop her from having kids.
they're not stopping. They don't
S-
stop that
so how can you categorize what you can and can't do? You know what I mean? Like you
for
decide you can't do this with your body, but you can do this with your body. Who are
because
you to govern what a person does with their body?
because it seems like women listen, since the beginning of time, since even early, women always been like a second class citizen everywhere. In some countries, it's legal. If you want to kill a woman, you can just legally go out and kill her and not go to jail. In some countries, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying about being a woman. People used to, like I hear women speak out all the time, like they get upset when they was like when the whole thing with their sports, like these transgenders, I hate to come to our sport that we never even had set up for us, and they're beating us, and this is the only out. We not allowed. We can't say to ourselves, "Hey, I want to go play a man sport." We can't do that, but they can come to our sport and do that. The thing of when I say that,
I think
people
that's crazy.
listen when people get because people get mad about that shit. But the thing is, the situation. Listen, if you still have male features as a transgender, but you still have man features, say you was wearing a wig or whatever, and you was in one of these countries where they can kill women legally on site if they want to, you have the ability to some degree. Maybe you would die, but some people, I don't think anybody would die. But you have the degree to say, listen, I'm taking this wig off. I'm going to look like I used to look. I'm going to look like a man because they're going to kill 10 of us.
For survival.
Yeah, for basic survival. That woman can't take a wig off or take her titties off or take her vaginas off when they pull her pants. They're going to strip her naked and say, I'm going to kill you right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sad part to say. You know what I'm saying? We respect, like I said, we always include everybody on our podcast. But let's be real about this situation. Let's be real about the situation. Women have been having it hard for a very, very long time, not only in this country, but all around the world in fucking general. And like it seems like every day in this country is like supposed to be the land of the free. It's like, yo, they're taking more and more and more stuff away from these women. And they saying, it's going, what I mean? They didn't have the right to vote at one time. They didn't have the right to speak out against their husbands or work. Y'all are like y'all are making like taking back abortion rights for them is like, yo, like what they gonna come get next? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are they gonna go after next for these women? Like,
I mean, I would like to hear, not to interrupt you, I would like to hear a woman's point of view of this. So let's not get this twisted. We as men don't know. It's a million reasons why a person can get an abortion or a woman can get an abortion. A million reasons. The point is, it's not up to us to say whether it's wrong or right. Like, it's not up to me to say, nah, you got to keep that, because when you talk about rape or when you talk about anything like that, it should be up to the woman to choose. It's her body. They say her body, her choice. I mean, I've dealt with people who've gotten abortions. I've know people who got a bunch of abortions. Yeah, it can be abusive at times when they just being loose with their body or whatever, or it's a real situation. Maybe they didn't even choose it. Maybe their parents chose it for them on some real shit. I've definitely seen that before. The point is, it ain't up to me or the government to say, nah, you shouldn't do that. It should be the woman's choice. And yeah, when I heard that, I thought that was crazy. If you notice though, it's not in every state, I don't think, right?
No, it's not in every state. It's mostly in states.
It's
heavy,
not?
heavy. Is in most states that's controlled by heavy Republican influence.
I know it's in
Influence.
Jersey for sure.
But
They're trying to
But the
overturn it.
governor, the governor put something in place
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're capable of still getting it done, like loophole-ish situation.
Because I seen people outside these abortion clinics and shit, and they all going, "Oh, is a sin and all that." And
Protesters, yeah, I know.
yeah, is a sin. You're going against God. Yo, listen, I don't know how you get into heaven. I have no clue. I have a book on here on earth written by men that is telling me how to get into heaven, whether it's true or fucking not. I don't know if a transgender person they say that about transgender and gay people. You won't get in heaven. I don't know. God be like, hey, listen, you was gay on earth. Who cares about your sexual preference? You represented me here on earth. You loved me. You cared about me. Going into the party.
I mean, not for nothing. Who's to say there's a heaven and a hell? Ain't nobody
Exactly.
been
Who to say that what it is? But how can you tell a woman that's her body? I seen women who said they got a few abortions, and they can't have kids now, or is it hard for them to have kids and they want kids now, but at the time they was getting the abortions, they wasn't ready for them. That's their body.
I feel like, man, that's just another way to control a situation. Like you're dictating a woman's future. You're pretty much dictating what's going to happen to her. Because I mean, what if she has, what if she never had plans to have a child? You know what I mean? What if she has plans for her own life, and this child is not something that she intended on having? What if she couldn't take care of the child properly?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So now the child has to suffer. That's basically what you're saying, what you're
What if she
doing.
was 12? What if she was 12 and raped?
Exactly.
Exactly. That
I mean, no, and that's one of the more deeper,
Yeah. Oh, well, but
more
it has.
heavier reasons for you to be like, she's not ready for this. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It,
But you're putting a woman in a position to have to deal with a situation, not knowing if they're capable of dealing with that situation or not. And then what happens if the child is if the person shows negligence, something happens to the child, now you want to lock that person up or do something to that person even though they told you that this isn't what they wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
So who's really to blame in that situation?
And that's what's fucking with me the most about this whole, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna get into about the whole devaluing
We'll
of
get
women.
into it, Kev.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it, but I'm just saying it's like, yo,
Push the goddamn button.
y'all can't tell these women what to do with their body about a child. You know what I mean? Because half the time these people, some
Period.
women
Not
get
just about a
pregnant.
child.
Yeah, but
Period.
say women get pregnant. Most time women get pregnant, they safe. A condom breaks. A fuck nigga takes his condom off while he. It's facts. Niggas hitting it
like
from the
Dre said,
back.
it's a million
Niggas, yeah.
reasons.
Niggas hitting it from the back. Take their condom off. She don't know. He busting nothing there. She pregnant. You get what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all. What do y'all think about, like, just to get on the whole, when we're talking about devaluing women as a whole, especially black women, but let's talk about, like, rap. This has been an argument for years. How do you think, when it comes to rap devaluing women, how do you think that plays its part, especially with black women, like with the calling of bitches and hoes and the having them shake their ass in the videos back in the day, obviously, but
It's still
you know,
now.
the twerking online and all that stuff. How do you think that affects the devaluing of women?
It affects it a lot because you look at them when you see them videos, man. You see them in a certain way. You see them in a certain light. Like I tell my girls all the time, I got two daughters. Like you don't dress like that, and they always say, "Well, this is I want to dress like that, so I'm expressing myself. I'm cool." But I'm like, yo, you don't understand, like how that look right there, the look you're trying to go outside with in videos or in culture, you're looked at as a hoe, even though you might not be one. And it's a fucked up thing to say, but it's like, yo, I can't have a nigga objectifying you because this is something you think you look, you're in your brain, you're like, I look cute. I'm going outside to look cute. But a nigga here, like, she a whole thought, look her whole ass, how her titties out. I'm about to come up to her mad disrespectful. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I was a fucking like a man now still. If a chick looking like that, even back in the day when I was talking to chicks, I'm not talking to you when you look like that as a let's go to a date or
No. It's not. I'm not keeping you.
nah, I'm not keeping you. Even
I'm gonna
that,
talk to you.
but even that, I'm talking to you, but
There ain't much to
I'm
talk
not
about.
talking to you to let's have a date. I'm talking to you like, yo, what you getting into tonight?
So that's what I'm saying.
Immediate future.
Do you think we
Yeah,
played a major part in that though? That's
yeah,
the point,
I
bro.
bro.
It's like
We
mean, that
with the
shit.
do.
way we are talking about bitches and hoes, like
We
ain't no
do.
fun unless the homies can't have none, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how
Yeah,
do you
but
think
I
that
feel
has
like I feel like when it comes to that situation, there was two different parts to that scenario because we knew that there were wholesome girls and we knew that there was hoes. We knew that there was two different types out there, and you were looking for the keepers, and you were throwing away the ones that you thought weren't. You know what I'm saying? There were separates. The situation that happens with the government is them putting them all in one pot and saying this is what you can and can't do. Like, yeah,
okay?
rappers might call women hoes and bitches and whatever the case may be, but also it's going to be acceptable where it's allowed because women call each other bitches and hoes
They
as
women though.
friends.
They're women. They
You
can
know what
do
I'm
that.
saying? And I understand that
That's
scenario in a
just like
sense,
a
but
gay dude can
but
say another gay
but
slur
just
to
because
another
you
gay.
say it, don't mean that another woman won't mean it won't say that it's acceptable to her. If a nigga calls her a bitch, she might not give a fuck. It might just be words. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's deemed acceptable by whomever accepts it. You know what I'm saying? If how many times have you heard? How many women do you know that listen to rap music? Listen to the same music that rappers sing, calling them bitches and hoes, and will rap it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to look at a woman and look at a song or an artist doing something and them reciting the lyrics or you know doing what they do and be like, oh no, this is wrong and you shouldn't do that. If you deem it to be acceptable, who am I to tell you it ain't? You know what I'm
But
saying? So
I'm saying, like you said,
if it comes to my kids, my daughters, it's
it's
that's where it's
different.
deemed unacceptable because I'm raising them. I know the difference between what I want for you and what I don't want for you. You know what I'm saying? And you're young, so it's hard for you to decipher the difference because you're growing up and trying to learn.
But
But
I can't tell my daughter. Like if I tell my daughter that situation, like you said, like yo, there's some fucking hoes. I can't be in the same breath be like, yo, I like that, but I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I like that. They were like, well, Dad, you like that? How I know another guy don't like that? Like, listen, how I like that? How that nigga,
what
how
you
me and them two, me and these niggas like that? I'm liking
it's
that
a,
to hit that shit.
it's a
I'm not
different like.
looking at that.
It's
Yeah,
not the
no,
same
and
type
no,
of
it's the
like.
same like.
I'm talking about it's a different like I like that because I'm attracted to it sexually.
Sexually, I'm not
There's something that
attracted
I
to
want to
it.
do with that.
Yeah,
Not I like the way she looks and she carries herself well.
nah.
She looks like she's very intelligent and well spoken. That's not what I'm thinking when I see that. You look like you gonna be a good time. That's what
So
I'm thinking when I see
But
something like that.
I understand.
So
I understand what Dre's saying about the music situation in America. Like, go ahead, Dre. Expound on it more. You
so
got something.
just in society in general. Now, I'm not saying any of this is true or false, but I rather pose the question. If we're talking about just that women being devalued in general, do I think that society has played a big part in that, which could cause us to go kind of backwards in the way we think about our women? You know what I'm saying? It's like you can see them on the internet shaking their. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. See them on the internet, they might be shaking their butts or doing this and doing that, which can maybe cause them to see them as more of an object. Like, oh well, if they're not valuing themselves here, let's place some unreasonable things on. They're human beings, but let's place some unreasonable, rules on them because you see what they doing anyway. Like I'm just saying, like, do you think that plays a part in this whole grand scheme of things putting the locks on the abortion shit? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe and maybe it do
Just thought.
because no, you know what?
do I
Maybe it do, and I'm
think
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna break this down. Maybe it do because this is an old saying. I think men are scared of how strong and how powerful women can be, so they place them under lock and key. And when people like, well, how are they strong and they powerful? I seen pussy done destroy kingdoms, countries, men. Pussy
Way,
done.
way to value that woman.
No, but no, you get what I'm. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
It can control power
Again.
over strong and powerful men. It can destroy countries because kings fight over a woman, that lay next to them. What they have between their legs is a powerful fucking weapon. And any reasonable man thinking, every man since the dawn of time has tried to harness power, whether it be firearm, the best swords, the best bombs, the best anything that can control another fucking country. I can control these fucking women. I gotta control them, or if I don't, they will fucking get to me and control me and strip me of my power. They have a power. They are a powerful weapon. So they're men automatically. Anything that's powerful weapon that can be used to destroy a man's trying to control it since the dawn of fucking time. What they have is a powerful weapon. So men are going to try to control that shit. They got to keep it under lock and key. How many times? Listen, JFK, the most powerful man at the time, Marilyn Monroe was about to take him down. Shit, look at the what's the movie? Troy, the movie of Troy.
Oh, it's based, isn't that based on a real story?
Yeah, it's based on a real story. Another man came and stole another man's wife, and he took a whole country to fucking war to get her back. Placed thousands of men's lives on the line just to get her back because another man took her, a woman. Get what I'm saying? Look how powerful that shit is. Bill Clinton, the fucking president.
It tripped him.
Bro, he lost the most powerful position in the world because from a woman. So what you think men gonna try to do? If I can control and keep this shit unlocked, I have to, because this is fucking powerful. I got to do it. And that's why women has been there since the dawn of time, because it's like, yo, they have something powerful enough.
That's interesting. I've never thought about it like that, ever.
You have to.
Very interesting.
How many times have you seen homies fight over a fucking chick?
I've seen it.
How many times have you seen men go to jail and do life over a woman and she's still free?
I've seen it.
It's a powerful.
Trouble got killed. Trouble got killed like that. He got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Over a woman. It's a powerful weapon. So ever since man came on this earth, they can try to control powerful shit.
What about a woman is a powerful weapon?
Their body, they smell, they look, the sex, everything. A woman can go out and pick who she wants to have sex with. Pick. Have the choice and pick and tell you, I'm choosing you. I'm gonna give you some pussy.
I don't think all women have that.
No, if 10 niggas seen the baddest woman they ever seen in their life on the planet, the baddest chick on the planet, you telling me if you know she disease free and she's a bad bitch and you heard her pussy's good and she said I want to give you something, you gonna tell her no?
Are you saying the worst woman in the world has the same picks?
Same, even the.
Well, I think we're talking.
We ain't talking about.
Well, I'm getting to a point. I'm
just saying, women have a power between their legs, so men try to control it. It's been, bro.
So here's my thing: there's more women in the world than men, right? Right. That's facts.
I actually don't know, but
it's factual that there's more women in the world than men.
Okay.
I mean, it's so that's why when you hear there's too many fish in the sea.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you heard that before. That's because there's more women than men. There's so many women out here. I don't think it's just necessarily that physical thing between a man and a woman that drives him to do what he do. There's a mental captivity that they put a hold on you, because me and you both know that you can be with a woman and she don't necessarily have the best pussy in the world, but there's something that captivates you to want to be there. You've been there before, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm saying is that I don't think it's a power of the mind that they possess. I mean, a power of the body that they possess. I think it's a power of the mind, a soul. It's something that attaches you to this person, not necessarily physically, but mentally, spiritually. It's something that makes you grab on to that person. And for whatever reason, you don't want to let them go. It's something, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the vagina. It doesn't necessarily have to be their drive. It's something mental. It's something that, for instance, Dre, you've been married to your wife for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And in today's age, it would be considered a long time. When we grew up, our grandparents being married, that's a long time. But in
Right.
today's age, technically, your marriage is a long marriage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because marriage is
11
still
years.
meant to last. There's something there mentally and spiritually that makes you be like, nobody else can have this because you are mine. I want you to be with me and no one else. Because if you
Right.
didn't feel that way, you wouldn't have gotten married.
Correct.
Doesn't necessarily have to be a physical thing. There's something that attaches your spiritual to her spiritual. And
Yeah.
no matter what happens, you want her essence around you.
But
You know, in this
I
in
got
this
a
thing
point
we
at
call
this.
life. So the power that that we try to contain is the power of them being able to have that same feeling for somebody else. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel the way you feel for me for anybody else. And you try to cradle that. You try to block that off from anybody else by doing whatever you got to
Okay,
do.
I'm
You
gonna
know
ask
what
you
I'm
a
saying?
question.
So
Go ahead, finish your point. I'm gonna ask you a question. After this.
so when it comes to controlling, um, as you see or are putting it at this point, what do you feel as though we are really trying to control? Do you feel as though we're trying to control what they do physically, or do you feel as though they're trying to be controlled in a mental state, in a spiritual state where they're just getting broken down to a point where they are nothing? Because I mean, controlling somebody right now, you see physical shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you can't do this right now. You can't go and have an abortion because it's wrong. That's what they're saying. That's basically the only reason that they have it's wrong. You know what I mean? You're killing a child or whatever, however they're
Is
going to
it-
put it at this point. That's what they're considering. It's nothing like there's no like logical reason to be like, yo, you can't do that with
We
your
feel
body.
like it's
There's no real logicalness to it.
but like I was saying about how men try to control power, and I said it's a lot of power in pussy. I hate to break it, say it like that. You ever slept with a woman and you thought about that motherfucker? You had sex with her and you thought about that motherfucker every day, and you hope she's not giving that shit out to anybody else.
Yeah.
When I was a
But
kid,
is that possessiveness more than just valuing? Because I don't think
exactly.
That's value. That's value to you
I don't think that's
because I'm gonna tell you how it's value. I'm gonna tell you how it's value to you. If you had a fucking if you had a cup that every time you grab that fucking cup, it would shoot gold and diamonds and everything out of that shit. You know that's all yours, and you don't want nobody to touch that cup. That same thing is with that pussy. How that pussy made you feel that day, you will fucking go crazy.
I'm gonna keep it
If you
100 with
knew
you.
another,
I'm
if
gonna
you
keep
knew
it.
another man
Hold
was
on.
getting that same value, that same
What's the
experience that you
definition
get.
of value? Because to
Yeah.
me, that didn't say value to me. That
Yeah,
said
That's
that was like, oh, nigga, this mine. Like it's possessiveness. It's like, no, this
okay.
mine. I
Okay,
conquered
value.
this. This
and then
is mine.
even then, as a man,
You know, what I mean, so on and so forth.
even then, even if you have that value at that point, that good pussy starts to lose value over
Okay,
time. Your favorite cup, that cup that
shoots
used to
diamonds
run
and
it
guns.
over, ain't gonna run it over sooner
Okay,
or later.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I go
So
value to a woman. You got a y'all. We all got a woman. That woman you got take care of you, nurtures you, loves you. You got to sleep next to her every day. You got to be able to see her physically every day. You mentally, if she's not there, if she was to go, your world would crumble because you don't have her. You value that. Do you not? Do you not value
the
your wife?
existence of your
Do
compatible
you
mate,
not do you
yes,
not value your
yes,
junk?
Of course,
but I don't
that's
value her because she
her
has
pussy.
good pussy.
Nah, I'm saying
Right.
that's
That's what
value.
I'm
But I
saying.
and I get that. But what I was saying about the power of the pussy to the government and how they try to do this abortion law, that woman is that cup that shoots gold and everything. Only a woman
Okay.
can make
I
another
get what
life.
you're saying now.
Yeah, only a woman can make
Not in the terms of sexualness, but the power of being able to create another life and give birth.
you can
Okay.
make another life. You
I
can
Now
get.
that is
The way you
more
explain it was
understandable
you
than the
can
sexual aspect.
you can wipe a woman if she wanted to can wipe your whole race off a fucking planet because she doesn't want to have sex. If every woman in the world said, I don't want to have sex with another black man on this earth, eventually
Apparently.
your race will start to get wiped from the existence of Earth. No.
I'm gonna tell you
From
why.
what I hear,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
tell
they're
you why.
worried about, but not us.
Because they're gonna figure out a way to inseminate a fucking man.
But I'm just
And
type. I'm
that's
just.
what's gonna.
It's
I'm
impossible. But
you
I'm
think
just saying.
you think
You're
you
reaching on that one.
you would think it's impossible.
But I'm just.
You
But
would think it's impossible.
let's be real and logical right now.
You would
Which
think
is
that.
which is real.
You would think, right?
Which is real and logical. Every woman on earth can say, "I'll never have sex with another black man on this planet again." After a while, they keep doing that. We would start slowly but surely start to be white from the face of the planet.
Here's the thing, though, bro. That's from. I can't bring any validity to it because the way it was explained to me, I can't really recollect everything. But apparently, that's what the reason behind this thing is that, and like I said, I'm not sure of any of this, and really we should stay in men's business, but from what I hear, it's them trying to save white lives. Like they're
White
trying,
lies,
yeah,
because
they're trying to, because the thing is, we know what neighborhoods these abortion clinics are in, or what is it called, Planned Parenthood. I believe you might have said it. We know. Listen, I had to go to a fertility clinic. Do you know where I had to go? It wasn't in Sicklerville.
It's in a predominantly white
And in
neighborhood.
Camden, she was in Mount Laurel. People who don't know where Mount Laurel is, it's a very nice neighborhood or a very nice area in South Jersey. We went to Mount Laurel.
Yeah, Cherry Hill. I had to go to Cherry Hill.
I had to drive my sperm to Mount Laurel.
Because
I heard,
I heard that their fertility rate is low compared to that in the black community and the other minority community. So they're trying to. That's what I'm saying. Look how much power that possesses. A woman can literally say, "I'm going to wipe your race off the face of the planet," because, and for order for you to come see light, or your species to come see light, or your race to see light, you have to come through me to get it. I will wipe this shit off the planet. And they have the power to do that. They don't have to have sex with you unless you rape them, which is not a cool fucking thing. Which is another reason that for abortion laws should definitely exist for women who are being raped. You should not penalize them if they don't want to do that. But they can wipe your race from the fucking planet if they choose to. Why not control that power?
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
So
when you broke it down further, because at first I'm not going to lie, it
sounded
like
more sexual than it did.
Pussy, like pussy.
Nah,
it's
no,
the word.
yeah.
It's the word pussy that makes
or the way
it,
it came off.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is going in a different direction than I thought.
That's why we were asking you about the value of.
I'm just talking about the value that it holds. It gives life.
I agree. I agree. It's they are the portal of life. Without them, like even when you're talking about in a marriage, and valuing your woman. Yo, I don't know about y'all, but with me and my wife, like we are really two halves. Like if I had to do the shit that she had to do and do all that shit by myself, plus the shit I had to do, I'll probably be a piece of shit. I'll probably drink every day, or I'll develop way more bad habits because the shit that she keeps in order, I don't know if I could do it and do it that effectively. So, like, as far as that goes, I feel like all of them do it. Think about, I don't know about the other kid, but think about your mother being a single mother. Like, dog, women are important. Obviously, it's such a weird thing to have to say. Women are important. We need them. We have to value them that way, or we have to value them because without them, where would we be? Seriously.
It'd be nowhere. Think about this.
We wouldn't be here.
Think about this. I'm gonna break it down.
You dig what I'm saying?
We wouldn't be here.
I'm breaking something down to you.
Yeah, mama.
Motherfucking Wu-Tang, one of my favorite rap groups ever. They used to call women the earth. And I really never understood that shit. Like when I was younger. But I understand what they saying. They call them the earth. If every man was stolen from this planet just right now, but the sperm banks survive,
they can repopulate.
They can repopulate because all the earth needs is a seed to be implanted in the earth to grow new life. Every woman right now vanish from this planet, we would not have. I don't think we will be able to develop the technology fast enough before the last man on this planet got wiped out to repopulate this earth. You got to think about the oldest man. You can say the oldest man lives to 100 years old.
Okay.
And the youngest man on your planet is 1 or 6 months. That's the male left. You telling me that 6-month baby has 100 years because that's the youngest life on this earth, has 100 years to figure out how to make something to repopulate this earth. But a woman can say, all the men got snatched from this earth. Let's go to the sperm bank. We're gonna start, artificially inseminate women with these seeds. We know we still got the technology is used now. Hopefully, we will one of us will reproduce a male or females that can start repopulating this earth. That's how much value they have.
Yeah. Nah, that's deep, bro. That's deep.
Yeah,
Definitely a long jump from your first point.
yeah, I know, and I had to get there
At a tiptoe back
because I'm saying, and I say that, yeah, and because it's more shit like the Brittany Griner situation. I don't know if any y'all following this shit right now.
Yeah.
But all right, well,
It's put to the public eye.
Yeah, who's not up on the shit, who's living in the cave. Brittany Griner is a WNBA basketball player. That was when the whole thing when Russia kicked off with us with the war in Ukraine. She was trying to come back to America, and she got detained for carrying the e-cigarette that.
No, she plays overseas.
Yeah, she plays
Brittany
overseas.
Griner plays overseas,
Also.
and before she was able to come back between the whole Russian situation, she got caught at the airport with THC cartridges, which are pretty much weed pens. You know what I mean?
So she recently had to plead guilty to her crimes, which I don't know how Russian law works because I'm pretty sure that's a dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
She pled guilty already. I didn't know. She
pled guilty. She pled guilty to it. We don't know how it works over Russia. It ain't like in America, you have a choice to plead innocent or guilty. They can tell you when you go in the Russian court. I don't know, maybe you better you have to plead guilty or we will make you guilty. I don't know how it goes over there.
Right.
But a lot of people have been saying like, yo, why she's not here? Why no America has got it? Bro, Brittany Griner is pretty much is the LeBron James of WNBA because she was the only woman, at least there's women that dunk in the WNBA. They make big deals up. This was the first female that can consistently dunk on a consistent basis. Don't have to get a running start, can just jump and bang whenever she felt like it. One hand, two hands, whatever. So she was a big deal. If that was LeBron James that got locked up in Russia, that nigga would have been home today. If it was Tom Brady, he'd have been home today.
I've seen that argument, and I've also seen, and I hate to do this.
Go ahead.
I've also seen the argument LeBron James wouldn't have been over there with weed pens. Like that's all. That's I get it,
but
I get it.
But hopefully,
I also think that
a lot of people said it was planted. A lot of people said it was
money.
planted on her.
The big difference of the money situation. I mean,
that's the reason why she's over there.
I'm talking about with LeBron. If LeBron was locked up in Russia, he can offer them money immediately to change anybody. I'm just saying. We don't know.
Let me hit you with the money situation. The reason she's over in Russia,
make more money.
The reason she's over in Russia
to make more money
because
playing basketball.
The worst nigga in the NBA, the most worst bench player in the NBA, the worst. I mean, at the back of the bench, the worst of worst, the lowest, makes more money than she does, and she's a superstar in her league. A nigga at the end of the bench, the reserve player, makes more money than her.
Yeah, but I'm be honest, I never heard of her until right now.
Do you think I've heard of this whole situation?
I have. I've heard.
Do you think that? But do you think that's because she's a woman, or do you think that because the WNBA doesn't make the type of money to pay them like the NBA?
Bro, it's both, bro. It's both.
She's a woman. You don't understand.
I mean, if you're a woman and you got to play in the WNBA, then you're gonna make what the WNBA can afford.
No, when I say it's both, I mean like that league isn't valued like the NBA is. That's just it's been an argument for years.
let me explain to you what Brittany
Do you
Griner.
find it as appealing as watching an NBA game, Dre?
If you're a hooper, you'll watch
Listen,
it.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I don't watch any women's sport, and not because I hate women. It's just because I'm
I
not
do. I
fucking
love women's
interested.
track.
But listen,
Women's
let me.
I
track
don't
is
watch.
dope.
I don't watch any of that shit. Listen, hold on for a second. I would watch maybe the women's football league because they do have that. I would watch that. Not the lingerie football league either. I'm literally talking about like them playing football. I will watch that.
Because you're a
But
football head.
but to be honest, any of the other shit, no, I don't.
I'm a hooper, so I can appreciate the WNBA. I watch their games. Is their game is more cerebral, tact. They really stick to the. Is a good game. Is a real good game. Your
Good
peers.
fundamentals.
San Antonio. If you want, like, I like San Antonio as a team. Good fundamentals. Golden State Warriors. That's what. If you could watch a San Antonio, old school San Antonio versus a Golden State Warriors game now, that's what the WNBA is. But going back to Brittany Griner, what she is to the WNBA, I knew about her when she was in college at Baylor. She was just banging. It was a point where they was like, yo, people were saying, I think she can play in the NBA. They wanted them to get rid of rules so she can get drafted to an NBA team. That's what she is. Get what I'm saying?
Okay.
She's a transcendent player. They was looking at her like this is what women's sports can eventually be because of her. We see her doing it. Eventually, it's gonna go here.
So let me ask you a question with both of y'all because
Okay.
it's a lot of factors also with that particular point. When it comes to the NBA, it's not just their salary; it's also endorsements.
Yeah.
So in turn, a LeBron James is also worth. I'm not saying in life he's worth more, but as far as the NBA, because he's the face of the NBA, they're he's being transitioned out, but he's the face of the NBA. He's also got a whole lot of endorsements, his own companies, all that type of shit, which is the problem when it comes to women's sports, by the way. It is a problem
They don't give
because
them
they
that.
don't have all that. That's why LeBron would be home. That's why I said no, it's not that he would offer them money, it's that motherfuckers over here would lose their shit if their cash cow was over there being held up on some shit.
But that's the
It's a
thing.
whole
The
money- it's a different money
WNBA,
type of
you guys said
situation.
Right.
the WNBA cash cow is being held up.
The cash cow ain't worth as much as the NBA's cash cow.
They give them,
The
but I'm
WNBA
saying
cash cow is making $220,000.
that's a fuck. But see how fucked up that
Which
is.
is great salary for me.
It's crazy.
She
Yeah.
is
But not
one
for
of
them.
the face.
Not for them.
She's one of the faces. She's what they want the WNBA to become. It's her,
Mhm.
bro. When she came to the WNBA, niggas that was casual basketball fans was like, let me check this Brittany Griner out and watch this WNBA, which made a lot of people fans who weren't fans of the WNBA become fans because of her being in this league.
Mhm.
I hate
You
to
get what I'm
say
saying?
it. I hate to say it, but
That's they cat.
it's and I'm not saying it's right. It's definitely wrong, but when you pay, if you pay $100,000 for your car,
Mhm.
something's wrong with your car, you gonna go get it fucking fixed because that's your $100,000 car. I'm talking about us.
Yeah, of course.
But if you buy a car for $1,200 and your car break down and it costs you $1,200 to fix your car, you're gonna get a new car. And right now, if you're comparing her to LeBron to us is $100,000 vehicle that we gonna get fucking fixed. And Brittany Griner is a $1,200 beater that they can be like, we're just gonna have to find a new one. And it's not right at all.
They're gonna tear your ass.
But that's how it seems to be going. It's like, well, she's in Russia
Tear
and
your ass.
I'm just saying that's
nah, but
that's how it's being treated.
I can't be mad at what he just said.
That's how it's being treated, and it's wrong. It's not right at all. But at the same time, you can't put a man who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars on the same level
Close to
as
a billion.
woman.
Close to a billion.
He's a billionaire.
It costs hundreds of millions to get to a billion. And then compare him to a woman that is not on the same level in other people's eyes. Now,
Right.
right, she is a person,
because they
and
don't.
and
Household
just
name.
the fact off of her being a person alone, there should be something done about it. But the way that they're going about the situation is definitely
Fucked up.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's ties. Somebody can talk to somebody.
100%.
Somebody can
Kodak
talk
Black
to
out of jail.
somebody.
Exactly.
I
They-
hate to say
bro,
it, but nigga, if Trump was in office, who the fuck knows what would have
That's
happened? You know
what
what I'm
I was
saying?
go-
Like,
Yo, listen.
if Trump was in office, no matter what y'all say about that man,
I don't say nothing
who
bad about him.
knows what
Nigga.
that man ain't
I
letting
never.
no
I talk
goofy
bad about
shit
him
like
personally.
that happen,
I
bro.
never posted it.
Listen,
He ain't
that's
letting it happen, bro.
when we was talking about that shit earlier. You was like, save it for the show. That's the point I was about to make.
Bro,
Thank you,
he
Kevin.
ain't letting it happen,
If
bro.
Trump, listen, say what you
He'd
want.
have
If
been like,
Trump was
wait a
in
minute,
there,
wait a minute. I don't give a fuck if she's a man.
He done got
I don't
that young
give a fuck
lady
if she's a
home.
woman. She's coming home back. She's
He
coming
got-
right back
It's
home to
just-
us.
He got
it's-
ASAP Rocky. Niggas don't remember this. He got ASAP Rocky out of jail.
Twice.
Yeah.
And
Overseas.
what's crazy
Yeah.
because my
You dig me?
grandmother told. We're gonna get back to something.
He already got the Russian bull.
I'm gonna circumvent this, and
You
I'm gonna
know
get
what I
right
mean?
back. I'm
Like-
gonna get right back. My grandmother said she knew Trump, and she
I
said
remember
how
you
he
said
was in
that.
office.
Sure, she said that.
Yeah, he wasn't like that when he met her. Back to what you're saying, but you're right. Damn, I hate saying that because they're gonna get rid of
That,
again.
but I
Didn't
was
know-
going to say that, bro. Biden.
I
Have you heard?
mean,
Have you heard
listen.
any? I forgot Biden was our president, my
Yeah,
nigga.
I haven't even seen him on the
forgot.
news.
That's why I'm not
I
voting
don't-
for this nigga. I'm
yeah.
not voting for this nigga next year.
Yeah.
I just
ain't
voted
voting
for
at all.
him to get. I just voted to get Trump out
And
of
now
office.
you about to vote to get
suppress
Trump
the-
back in.
To suppress the racists. I
think
suppress
they-
the
I think
racist
that was the
Now you
plan.
about to vote and get
Hey,
Trump back in. Like, you know
I
what?
honestly think
Between
that was the
Trump and
plan.
Biden,
I think that was
it
the
might have
plan.
been. Let me
But-
show you how bad it could be without me.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
But
That was the
but-
plan.
But
That was a
but
good
that's-
move, Trump.
That's you
Checkers.
might
Good
be right.
move.
You might be
That's
right
just-
about that
Checkmate.
shit. So let me move to another thing. I don't know how many y'all might not come down this boat with me. Y'all might not travel down this road with me.
What about that?
You got paddles?
Scared, but I'm gonna put the boat afloat. Let's see who's gonna jump on the boat with me.
Oh shit.
There it
man.
goes.
I don't like your boats.
There it goes. This is a deep boat.
Is it a
Pussy boat.
banana boat?
Yeah, it's a banana boat.
Oh.
Okay, listen. How do y'all feel
I'm scared.
about transgenders competing in women's sport?
You talking about
Me
Elliot Page?
Yeah, Elliot Page. How would you feel? Personally, no, I'm talking about transgender males competing in women's sports. Me personally, I don't think it's fair because there was no sports for these women. There was no outlets for these women. These women fought tooth and nail to get these sports into play. And if these sports never came into play and you became a transgender male, you would still play in your league because technically,
I'm gonna go
if the
first.
government looks at you, technically you were born a male, so you can technically keep competing in this league. But if you was born, you slid out your mother hole with a vagina, you can't play in a league. I don't care what you
Listen, talk about a lot of
transition
shit that
yourself
ain't our
Listen.
business.
Yeah, it ain't our
Hey,
business. But you want to ask? You want to ask how
I
I
pushed
feel?
the boat out there.
I'ma
I'm saying
tell you.
who's jumping on this boat.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
Go ahead.
I feel as though I don't care how you listen. If you want to accept a man to be a woman and claim to be whatever he wants to be, and he want to play women's sports, you got to deal with it. If he want to play WNBA and you want to consider him to be a woman and he dunking all over you, you brought that on yourself, yo. I mean, what do you want me to say? You want to accept him to be who he is. He got to be able to run that same line as you or she. Now that she's a she, he's a she. Why can't they play your sports?
Because
Now you cannot be mad at the fact that you want to fight for the rights for them to be who they are and included in all the things that, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to start letting them in women's bathrooms. Now you got to start letting them play women's sports because that's who they are now. They signify as a woman now. Listen, man, if I decided I wanted to signify as a horse and I decide I'm gonna live in a stable, there I'm is.
Bro.
I'm in a stable because I'm a horse now. Doja Cat identified as a cow at one point. Bitch, I'm a cow. Moo. you can't fight for one thing and then be like, but you can't do that.
No, how I look at the situation.
I hate to agree with you, but I do.
I fought for you to be I fought for you to be who you want to be in society.
Now they can't be their best person.
No, but
You know what I'm
I
saying?
carved this lane. Women carved this lane out. Died, fought blood,
For
sweat, and
women.
tears for women.
Mm-hmm. And now that
If
she's
you
a
want
woman,
to make a
now that she's a woman-
transgender sport, I will pour all my resources into making sure you have a place in the Olympic with us.
so if there's a transgender
You
sport,
have
wouldn't
a
that mean that
league.
a man who was a woman and a woman who became a man could play in
That's
the same
a
league?
sport.
Yeah,
I
so
will
now,
piggyback that.
but now you're not including regular women who could probably
There
do
you
the
are.
same thing that the women who became men can do.
I seen it was a transgender, a man that transitioned to a woman, a man that transitioned to a woman and went into MMA
Mm.
and was beating the fuck out of these women.
Listen,
I mean, destroying them to the point where some of these women had to retire from their league because they can't compete no more because they got the shit beat out of
he's
them.
a woman now. He's a woman now.
I don't.
And he's not even doing it for men. He's doing it for the women across the world.
Here's the most craziest thing in this fucked up transgender people. Y'all get mad at me, but South Park made an episode where Macho Man Randy Savage identified as a woman. And they put this nigga in the boxing match. But he was still Macho Man Randy Savage.
Shut up.
And he beat the
What'd he
shit
do?
out. He was beating the shit out of the women in the boxing ring. He was outrunning them on the track field. He was outshot putting them. He was out discus. But
As fucking funny as that is, but yo,
It's hilarious. I'm sorry.
It's a double standard, bro.
watch this shit.
It's a double standard,
You
bro.
heard
That's
Dave
a double
Chappelle.
standard.
Put
But it's
LeBron
a
in the
double
WNBA,
You
where he is
can't-
going to score 850 points a game.
Yeah.
That's what Dave Chappelle said.
And guess what?
That's fucked
And guess
up,
what?
But that's messed up. You're
Who
like,
knows?
Damn.
Men might start watching it more. You got these,
But I'm saying,
people,
if
you
you
got these
gonna,
women dunking all crazy on each other and shit.
but if you're gonna do that,
who knows?
If Candace Parker say, yo, I identify as a man, I'm going to play in the NBA. And
That'd
she
be the
takes
first
a
man.
roster spot because she can ball. There's a couple of niggas on the team she can outball.
Candace
But
Parker
they
was
won't
good.
let her. But they won't let her do that same transition to come to our men's league, even though she could probably take a few starter spots or reserve
If she
player
be-
spot.
If she became a man, who knows?
She
How
cut
many
off-
women became a man and decided to try out for the
oh,
NBA?
it's a boxer, a woman boxer. She was a woman and she transitioned to a man and she tried to box.
Was she nice enough though?
They looked at her. She was.
Was
I
she
don't give a
nice
fuck.
enough though?
Can't listen. There's a lot of fucking double.
It's
Nah,
one.
listen, let me
bro.
break it
It's
down to
one
you.
thing for you to be on a court dribbling with motherfuckers, maybe take a charge or get fouled on a layup. It's another thing for you to be a woman in the ring with a heavyweight boxer and have to fucking dodge a knockout punch.
It's lightweight. They can be flyweights and it's
Bro.
flyweight and lightweight. If there's a woman out
a
there,
difference,
but
bro.
that's
No
the
matter
thing,
how you
I don't
argue
give a
it,
fuck.
it's a difference.
No,
One of
it
them
ain't a
women.
difference.
One of them women gonna have to fight Javante Davis.
Yeah,
Okay,
sooner or
so
later.
what?
Yeah,
Y'all
And he's
gonna tell
going
her
to
are
punch
they nice enough?
So
It's
y'all
the
gonna
question.
tell her
into
you
oblivion.
can't.
The question is, are you nice enough? If you're
Are
nice enough, why
you
wouldn't there be a
going-
problem? If you're nice enough, it shouldn't be a problem.
So why
But
is it
if
a
you're
problem?
not nice
Why
enough
was it
and
a
you
problem?
can't make it to the,
Why
to
was
the-
there a fucking problem when Brittany Griner said, "I want to enter the NBA draft"?
she wasn't a man. She had to become a man first.
She is. She does.
She's not considered a man.
She's not considered.
She
but if
considers
would've
herself to
said-
be a woman
And she
who
said,
loves women.
and she said, "I'm considering myself a man to enter the NBA draft."
Then why wouldn't it be a problem?
People was like, "Yo,
Why wouldn't it be a
people."
problem?
It was
If she
NBA
could-
experts like
listen,
she could get drafted number 20 right now. If she entered the draft for the men's
if
league.
she was nice enough
Wow.
to be in the NBA and earn her spot, what would the problem be?
The problem is that she's a woman, even if she identified as a man.
No,
Like,
I don't
you're
see
not
what the
coming to
problem.
my league.
I don't think that
Okay.
there has been a situation like that in the NBA yet. If a woman was nice enough and she transgendered to a man and she was nice enough to get put on a roster, why wouldn't she?
Come on, man. How many?
All she'd have to do is bring up the
Okay.
situation where a man transgendered to a woman
Let's bring this. Let's
and
bring this
became
way.
a UFC fighter.
Dre,
I wanna
how
see
many?
this,
How many?
right?
How many women? How many
I wanna
women
see
play
this
foot?
then.
How many women play pee wee football?
Young and May
I don't
did.
know.
Huh?
Young
a
and
lot,
me
right?
did. Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't they play in high school even if they identify as a boy now? They would just want to play
There's
football.
girls who play in.
No, they do not play on the fucking boys team. Stop lying, dog.
High school, I've seen it. It has happened. College, no.
But they let them do it in college as you identify as a man, because the swimmer that identified as a man, as a swimmer, he was able
As a girl,
to swim as a woman. As a woman.
Yeah.
So why
the
can't
one
a woman that identifies as a fucking man, she is a fucking safety and she's cracking niggas, say I want to play collegiate football?
But I've never seen that. So let's find something where that has actually attempted to happen.
Dre,
and if it hasn't, let's challenge it.
Dre, how many women have you seen play high school football?
And like physically, like in person, none.
I've seen
it in the world. Yes.
Yes. So
Not
why can't they play collegiate? Why can't they identify as a man and play collegiate football?
Yeah, but who's
Because
to say
it's a
that they're
different level of
identifying as a man, and it's definitely a different level.
It's a different level
you're
of
gonna put this
That's
super
what I'm saying to
athletic
you, though.
transgender male, female in the fucking sport to fucking burn all these women?
He obviously was nice
Oh
enough.
my god.
He obviously was
200.
nice enough.
The male swimmer was 200, ranked 200 and something in male sports, and now you're number one in the women's sport.
Right.
Like,
that's the thing, and that's the one thing that Kevin is bringing up that I do agree with. It's you don't see it go the other way. You only see it. I saw the UFC or the MMA fighter do woman that transitioned, man that transitioned to a woman, beating the shit out of fucking women.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
It goes that way, and
Yeah, but how many have you heard?
Their sport,
how many events have you heard where a woman who transgendered to a man was turned down? Exactly. How many attempts?
A lot. There's a woman that tried to
it's
be a
fine.
kicker. How many women are soccer players? You can be a kicker or a fucking punter because you can punt the fucking ball or field goal kick an 80-yard field goal. You can't identify. Even if you identify as a fucking woman, you're not kicking on my football team because you're a girl.
No, nigga.
Even if you say you're a man.
It's when they block the punt or when they fucking catch that shit and run your way. You better get off that field or somebody.
Okay, but still, if I'm kicking a fucking field goal, all I'm on this fucking field for, and I can bomb an 80 or 60-yard fucking field goal.
Kickers get their ass laid the fuck out sometimes.
Oh, fucking what? Rarely. But I can kick
and then the first thing they do when a woman gets laid out, the first thing they gonna say is, "Damn, why you hit her like that?" You know what I mean?
What NFL team would deny a fucking woman that can kick 60 yards or 65 yards?
All of them
with ease. With
all of them. All of them would deny her because there's also a man who could do that as well.
No, there's not. It's not a lot of men that kick 65 yards. It's only a handful. It's only a handful that can.
What?
How many people you know kicking 65
it's
yards?
college kickers that don't go to the NFL and can kick that far. It's niggas who play other positions who can kick that far.
Nobody's kicking 65 yards, right? Oh, my bad. How about my bad? Let me make it 75-yard field goal. How about 75? How about 75?
That's more. But what I'm saying is
70-yard field goal. That's realistic. Well, how many motherfuckers? If she can kick a 70-yard field goal on a rag with ease,
how many have you seen though?
I don't think
it's not like
why they not doing it? Look at our build. Look at our build as fucking men. Look how we fucking build. I don't care how many hormones, anything you fucking take.
Mm-hmm.
We are built this way. Unless you're fucking taking hormones since your mother gave birth to you, so your fucking gene don't kick in and start building you up like a man. We are built a certain fucking way. Yeah, they has happened. And guess what? They are frail and it's cool. But if I say, yo, I was an average ass, okay kickboxer. I'm going to identify as a woman today, but I'm going to go in there and start destroying fucking females because it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking easy. I can be a champ. It's fucked up. It's just fucked up. It's like, what's fucked up? Society's fucked up. What's fucked up about it is like, damn, we give everybody all these fucking rights, but we just keep taking from these fucking women. I don't want to take from women. I don't want to take from anybody that's a fucking human being. Dog, if it's a whole, Listen, there's a lot of transgender people out there. That's enough to make their own sport, or enough for them to compete in their own league.
I would watch that.
They
I
have
would definitely watch it.
Motherfucker, they got a special fucking Olympics. They made a whole Olympics for special people, which is real. I'm not making fun of it.
I know the Special Olympics is real.
But I'm not making fun of it or
I
nothing.
wouldn't compare it to, but yeah.
No, I'm not comparing it to, but these people are athletes that they deem they couldn't compete with because they're handicapped.
I get it, bro. I get it.
Get what I'm saying?
We know what
Why can't you do that for them instead of like we didn't like there were women. Cheryl Miller, Reggie Miller's sister, was a fucking beast basketball player, but she had to play overseas because even though she was good enough to fucking play basketball with the boys, and a lot of men said like Cheryl bust my ass, and I'm in the NBA. You was never allowed to play on a professional level with me just because you was a woman. We didn't give you the exception to say, hey, you're just good. This is basketball. You compete.
You think it's
I personally
with maybe a lawsuit?
I don't know.
You
I personally think that if a woman came to the NBA, it would generate that team more money because somebody's going to want to see why she can make it on the team. They're going to want to see it. Even if she's not even that nice. If she was just mediocre, you're going to tune in to see how the fuck did she make it on the team?
I agree.
You're going to see it. Yeah.
Bro.
And then if she's nice, you stuck.
Bro.
She's going to be a phenomenon in the league.
Bro.
Maybe that's what it is.
Bro, I played against females.
Could you imagine? Maybe that's what it is. Imagine a woman being so nice that she takes over the damn league.
It's cool.
Of the NBA.
It might not be. Kev,
I know it's far-fetched. I'm not saying it's
far-fetched,
far-fetched, but
did you play with the chick out in the Ville that used to ball with us?
Yeah.
She was a beast. She was
There's a shorty.
her.
There's a shorty on TikTok who's been eye jamming left and right. Have you seen her?
She all right.
She been getting busy on home.
You ever played with a chick out from our way in Sicklerville? She used to play at school 3 with us.
You gotta tell me a name, or you gotta.
I don't know her. She was a female. She used to come out to the court. She was.
You talking about?
She was a beast.
I'm talking about Jordan Burroughs' sister. She used to play with us.
Yeah, I used to
know who she is then.
I used to put her on my squad. I pick her up. I see her out there. Yo, you my point guard.
Yeah, around the way
I seen her serving. Yeah, I seen her serve
niggas
with us. I would pick her on my team.
Yeah,
around the way basketball, we don't have. I've never had that stigma in around the way. If we playing around the way,
yeah, it's around the way.
We know who nice. That girl, she's nice. Come on, let's bust these niggas' ass.
That's the thing. Is NBA players is like, yeah, it's NBA players that say, yo, like niggas talk about Cheryl Miller.
I don't give a fuck about transgender. Let's go.
Reggie Miller said, even when I got in the NBA, I still couldn't beat my sister in basketball.
I want to know.
Reggie Miller said, I could not beat my sister on 101 in basketball, even when I got to the league. That's fucking Reggie Miller telling you that.
I can understand. I mean, that's great. We talking
about. You telling me she.
Go ahead. My bad. I ain't stepping on your point. Go ahead,
Dre. What you about to say? I'm just saying. You telling me she.
I don't think that. See that, and I think that's the thing right there. I don't think that women just can't beat men in basketball. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They can play, or football or anything. I just think when it comes to professionally, there's some type of barrier there that they're like,
it's a different level.
It could be legal, where they're like, nah, but here y'all got the WNBA, have a blast.
But that's fucked up because
it's a bunch of women. It's a bunch of women. Chris Cyborg, whatever the fuck her name is, can whoop my ass right now in boxing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they just can't. They're not.
But when it comes to somebody
that
professional type of level,
so why not? If a transgender male is a transgender, I don't know.
But that's what it goes back to saying.
Why can't you just play in your league? Why can't you say
are
as a
they
transgender
nice
be in your
enough?
league?
That's why I said earlier. Are they nice enough? Can they compete with
I'll put a transgender on my squad.
That's saying why couldn't that swim? Why couldn't that swimmer stay in his league if he's transgender? Okay, cool.
What if they said that he couldn't because he was transgender?
No, you shouldn't. You can swim. You good enough. You consider yourself a transgender. You want to use a woman bathroom?
What if
or a
they
woman's
told him
facility? Go
specifically,
use a woman's
you're
facility.
considered a woman now, so you can't swim with the men? What if they told him that?
No, it
I'm
shouldn't
just
be that
saying.
way. You
Why?
transition from a man to a female. Cool. You still with us.
Man,
I'm
he
not kicking you out my league.
finessed them niggas. Let's keep it the
finessed
fuck
them.
real. He finessed the shit out of them niggas. Nigga was 200th place when he was in the men's door, came here and beat everybody. He fucking finessed them. That's why they do it. I don't want to keep going back and forth about fucking with these men that are transitioning to women that's going to compete in women's leagues are finessing to win.
It's a shame because
gave him the lane.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen?
They gave him
the
lane.
people that come in second and third place face. They train their whole
Yeah, they're
fucking
women.
life. Yeah, but you see they face how depressed they fucking look. You going to jail for that one, not me.
Yeah, that was a fuck.
I ain't
That
gonna
was
say
fucked
that.
up. Sorry,
It
y'all.
was truth though.
They're
They
women too. I'm just saying.
But you see they motherfucking face. They like motherfucker had their trophy like looking at like for real,
Well,
bro.
Hey, you really want to
For real?
prove that shit? Yo, steal him. See what happened.
Yeah.
It'd be an ass
If he
for
got
me.
the trophy, sock
Yeah,
him.
nah, that
See
shit
what
cool.
happened when he
Put another trans
drowns
put-
every one of y'all.
Yeah, put it look, like that would have been it would have been
Shut
mad.
up.
That motherfucker been mad if another motherfucker transitioned and that motherfucker was ranked 50th. Now you going against that motherfucker smoke you. Yeah.
It's all part of the
You
game.
want to all I want, man, is America like, look, man, these fucking women just went, they couldn't vote.
Mhm.
They were deemed second-class citizens.
Right.
They couldn't work. They couldn't do nothing. Even if they hid their breasts and all that shit, at a period of time, I pull your fucking pants and you got a vagina? Oh, you was
Boys
really
Don't
a
Cry.
woman? Oh, that was my movie. I love that movie.
Yeah,
It's
Boys
a good
Don't Cry,
movie.
yeah.
Boys Don't Cry was a very good movie. I love that movie. That was a
mean,
Lifetime movie too.
Listen, I feel
Was
like
That was a good. That was a
Hilary
Lifetime
Swank.
movie. Was that? I think it was a
Hilary
Lifetime.
can't be in
Swank.
a Lifetime movie.
Was it? It might have been. I seen it on Lifetime, but I watched it multiple. Every time it came on, I watched it because it made me mad when they fucking did what they did.
Mhm.
It pissed me off. But I love that movie. It's a fucking great movie.
We
If you haven't seen it, see it.
we joke about like the whole competing in sports and all that. But obviously we have respect for the transgender community, the LGBTQ and all that. The point here though is the devaluing of women in the United States. That's our point, and we would like them to be valued. How I know we about to wrap it up. How do you think what are ways we can show them our appreciation and ways we can value them? What do y'all think?
Let them have what's
One,
theirs.
yeah, one. It shouldn't be no fucking. Yeah,
Let them have what's theirs.
Is their body?
Shit. Okay.
That
in all aspects.
Yeah.
Bodies, sports. If it's designated to them, let them fucking have it. You got enough. We got enough. We have enough shit to us to keep us occupied for enough time. And then there's other things that we can watch or do to keep us out. If it's theirs, let them have it, man. Why do you have to compete or do something to one up something or someone that is already physically inadequate to you? It don't make no sense. Now, on the other hand, I feel like if you want to accept them to be this person, then they're going to do exactly what a woman does, whether it's compete in women's sports or whatever a woman does. They're going to train themselves to do what a woman does. So you can't fucking one hand accept them and want them to be the best woman they can be if they're transgending to that, and then be like, but you shouldn't do this or you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one and you know what I mean, just put the other one up, you know what I mean, not even for discussion, just like, nah, it shouldn't be done. Nah, you got to let them have exactly everything that you have. You know what I'm saying? The same way you have it. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's right.
But let me ask you a question.
But
if men was out of the equation and all the women in the world said this is not right, would naturally born females. Would you disagree with them? They say we don't want this.
I'm not getting in no motherfucking argument about
Yeah.
what a woman's
No,
talking about to a
there
man
you go.
becoming a woman.
Correct.
Whatever y'all two are arguing about, that's between y'all, because I am not a transgender male,
So let them
and
vote
nor
on.
do I intend on being one, and nor do I have any say so in what you guys are
Give it a
doing
try.
with y'all lives. Shut up.
But I guess what you saying. Let them handle. They handle, and whatever they outcome with the situation, that's what's outcome with the situation. Yeah,
I mean, when it comes to me,
I'm not
I'm a
interjecting.
prime believer of minding my motherfucking business, and that shit
you.
ain't got nothing to do with me.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Now, even if it was somebody that I love, whatever you decide to do, I'm gonna support you because you are somebody that I love. It's just, it is what it is. You do what you want to do with yourself. Show life, show body, show mind. I don't have no control over that. You are an adult. You are not my kid or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna respect every boundary that you set, and I'm also gonna support whatever move you decide to make, because I'm here to help enhance your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to make sure that I'm a pleasure and not a burden. You feel me? So I'm not here to down you about none of that shit. You be the best you, whatever you that is. But when it comes to you arguing about who you are to somebody else, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You handle that on your own terms. Now, if you want to fucking try to make somebody do something with their body, make them have rules to it, then that's where I'm like, nah, you can't put something in place and be like, this is okay, but then give them rules to do. You know what I mean? But you can't do these things that we do. You can try to be like us, but you can't be like us. Nah, it don't work that way. It just don't. You know what I'm saying? If you want to accept that person for who they are, then you gotta accept them for everything, all of that shit. And if you don't accept them, then just say you don't accept them.
But that goes vice fucking versa.
It do, but like I
because-
said, I also said that if a transgender woman became a man, and she decided that she wanted to go to the NBA and she was nice enough to make the team, I don't see where there's a problem. I don't see, if she's nice enough to beat half the players on the team, or nice enough to be the sixth man anywhere on the bench. She's obviously nicer than a lot of people who's just out there who didn't make the team. She's obviously nice. So I don't see what the problem would be. I would fucking tune in. I know that much. I fucking pay for a ticket and go to a game. I need to know. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I need to know how nice she is. The shorty who be playing on the TikTok videos and all that, I watch all her shit because, bitch, you nice as hell. Like, what the hell? You are out here flowing. She flowing. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to intrigue me to want to see what's going on. And I feel like there's a lot of other people who would be the same way. Yo, she nice, and I need to see what, I need to tune in. I need to go. I need to be a part of that. She going to be a phenomenon, or whatever the case may be. They're going to thrive. So, I've never heard a case of a person even attempting, because that would have been on the news somewhat, some way. You know what I'm saying? This woman nice, and she's trying to get on.
It was Brittany
ESPN
Griner.
would have picked that up immediately. Oh, this shorty trying to get in the NBA, who used to be a woman, now she's a man, and she out here breaking ankles and dropping threes and whatnot. That would have popped up.
It was Brittany Griner. I'm telling you, it was Brittany.
But Brittany played in the WNBA. She has not transitioned.
She wouldn't let it. But my point is, my last joint is, if you allowing everybody to live their truth, live their life, do whatever they want to their body, their mind and spirit, you cannot fucking take that same right from a woman. If she wants to get an abortion, God damn it, that's her fucking body. She did what she did to make that life. She can do what she want to do to take that life. Ain't even a life. That's her. And if you think it's a God situation where she go to heaven and God's gonna not like this, let her deal with that shit when she get to the fucking gate. If God said, come on in, guess what? Come on in. If he said you damn to hell for your rest of life, okay, you made that decision, you damn to hell. But God damn it, let them make their decision. Stop fucking voting on shit, taking away shit from these fucking women. Let these women do whatever the fuck they want, when they want, how they want with their body, when it's well within the law and it's not fucking affecting nobody else but themselves.
My thing is, who's the
Y'all
majority
gonna
of the
keep
people
going?
that's voting
No,
on
I ain't
this?
go.
Dre, who the majority of the people that's voting?
I'm sorry, Draco. We wrap that
Who
shit.
who are
The
the
truth
majority
is,
voters
the truth
on shit
is,
like
it
that?
ain't us.
It ain't.
Yeah,
It
nah,
ain't us.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care I don't care what nobody do in the world.
That's why I
Long as
think
you
it's an
ain't,
agenda.
long as you ain't fucking up my career, I don't give a fuck what you do. Go enjoy life. Long as with your life decision, if your life decision you make, meaning somebody I love die, or my pockets are financially hurt, or you doing, then we got a problem. But if you just doing you, I don't give a fuck. Have fun. Oh well,
Have fun.
ain't got shit to do with me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
wake up tomorrow like nothing happened.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all two stole the words right out of my mouth. Kev hit the nail on the fucking head with his
This
first
nigga.
sentence. I said, "Oh shit, there we go." That's all I got, man. That's it, man. Let's value our women. Listen, I'm gonna be biased, especially our black women,
Yes.
right? Without them, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be as strong as we are. Behind every strong man is a stronger black woman. A stronger woman.
Not a strong black
I'll be
woman.
ready there, but I'll be already there. But you know, behind every man,
We
is a
don't.
strong
We can
woman.
say it. Listen, white women don't get offended by this shit.
Don't get
You
offended.
behind every strong white man is a strong white woman.
There you go. Y'all can
There
have
you
one
go.
too. But we know. Listen, hold on.
My wife's white, so I have a strong white woman
There you
behind
go.
me.
There you go. All right. So listen,
Strong,
behind
annoying
that,
white woman.
I do want to make an announcement. I see that a lot of women that are not necessarily from this culture are using that Tupac song.
Yeah,
Since
I
we
was
got a
gonna
name from a
ask you
woman
about
and
that
a game
earlier, but
from a
I was
woman,
like, yeah. I was gonna
I
ask you
have to
about
make
that.
an official announcement. That's for us.
Yeah, 100%.
That's for us.
100%.
Because listen to all the stuff he says before that.
Yeah.
That's a TikTok thing. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But let's
do
be
that.
clear. That's
The
for
very
us.
first
Y'all
sentence
can leave
should
that.
let you know. I say the
They
blacker
say
the
the
berry, the
the
sweeter the
sweeter the
juice.
juice. I say the darker the
Darker
flesh,
the
the even
skin,
deeper the
the
roots.
deeper the.
Yeah, he ain't talking about y'all. Let us have that one. Let us have
I'm
that
not
one. Look,
getting on that
women's
shit.
rights, though. Women's rights all together. All the women's rights. But yo, leave that Tupac shit alone.
Yeah, that's just
This
that was just the
episode-
wrong one for y'all to
Yo,
pick.
listen. This
wrong one.
episode was for women. I love y'all.
We love all y'all.
I love all y'all. I love women. I got love for y'all. I got love for the LGBTQ community because I
You're
got
right.
family members in that community and friends. Got love for my black people. I got love for my white brothers and sisters. I love everybody. But I'm gonna call it like I call it, how I see it. I don't give a fuck. You want to get mad at me for that? Cool. But I love all y'all. Enjoy life. As long as you don't affect mine. We good.
Word.
I like
That's it,
that.
man.
That's how we leaving.
That's how we leaving. See y'all on
Peace.
Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.